1992 Survivor Series. Just wanted to talk about it a little bit more before I move on from it. It's interesting. The new generation, an era of wrestling in the WWF that as fans, we've come to know as 1993 to 1997. It's interesting when you look at the Survivor Series 1992 pay-per-view. Main event, Bret Hart vs. Shawn Michaels for the WWF title. The co-main event, as it was promoted for the show, Ric Flair and Razor Ramon versus Mr. Perfect and Randy Savage. And of course, the other big match on the show, as it was promoted, Undertaker versus Kamala. Now, this show doesn't get the respect it deserves as far as I'm concerned, as far as importance in the company goes. And I can understand why. But when we look at the golden era of wrestling from the mid-'80s to the early 90s, I feel like this show, 1992 Survivor Series, almost has to be looked at as the first real pay-per-view of the new generation. That's just, when you look at the way the card was put together, I know you still got Randy Savage on there and Ric Flair, but Bret and Shawn in the main event, Razor Ramon in the co-main. To me, this is the first pay-per-view of the new generation. My opinion as a fan watching it. And I think it should be remembered as that. And when we look at the importance of pro wrestling, I think that's important. When we look at the history of the company, I think that's important. This is the first time Shawn Michaels is in a pay-per-view main event. This is the first time that Bret Hart, I do believe, is in a second time. SummerSlam 1992. He was in the main event. But this is the first time in the main event that it was for the WWF title, which is pretty important, I think. And it definitely, in my opinion, was a 5-star classic match. Just as a fan watching it. So I'd go back and check it out. It was really good. It was fun. From top to bottom, just a solid, well put together pay-per-view. Fun early 90s classic storylines where kayfabe was still not only there but intense. Great commentary, great action. You have to look at this for what it is. A very solid show from top to bottom. I think if you were to grade this show, it's got to be an A. Action-packed main event. Fun co-main event storyline with the tag team match. Undertaker and Kamala was a fun little feud, fun little match. And even the opener with the Head Shrinkers versus High Energy. That's a classic early WWF pay-per-view way of opening up a pay-per-view. A high-flying tag team match to get it started. I believe it was Pat Patterson that was putting together cards at that time, and I think he was known for that. WrestleMania 3 was kind of the same way. But yeah, I would definitely go back and check the Survivor Series 1992 out if you're a fan. It was good. It was fun. And I think that's all can be said. It's a solid A show with solid A wrestling where the storylines mattered and the characters knew who they were. I missed that. And I think as a fan, if you watch this, you'll feel nostalgic for it too. But, yeah. Please like, subscribe, all that stuff. I'm new to this. I hope you like this. I'm going to put this all on a playlist. And there'll be more to come. But thank you. Have a good night.